What it do, YouTube/Patreon/bit shoot. Today's video, I want to chime in with a quick promptu video. Today's video, I'm gonna read you a few paragraphs from the book Behold a Pale Horse. And yes, I left off on chapter 1, but I was just going through the book because I was gonna make another video about a different topic, but I can't find a page that corresponds to the topic I was gonna talk about. So I just switched it up on something else. So, ready. And that music in the back is from Fallout New Vegas, classic game. All right, I tell you now that Freemasonry is one of the most wicked and terrible organizations upon this earth. The Masons are major players in the struggle for world domination. The 33rd degree is split into two. One split contains the core of the Luciferian Illuminati, and the other contains those who have no knowledge of it whatsoever. Let me break that down for you. I tell you now that Freemasonry is one of the most wicked and terrible organizations upon this earth. The Masons are major players in the struggle for world domination. The 33rd degree is split into two. One split contains the core of the Luciferian Illuminati. The other contains those who have no knowledge of it whatsoever. So what does that mean? Basically, what that means is, and I'm gonna use the music industry, for example. Stop slamming that fucking door. Bitch ass piece of shit. Put these niggas in check. Alright. So basically what that means is, for example, I'm gonna use the music industry as a great example. So basically when they say it's split into two, the 33rd degree is people who know about the Luciferian Illuminati, who's a part of it. That would be like the Jay-Z's, the Yo Gotti's, the P. Diddy's, the Beyonce's, the Rihanna's, people that's just up there and shit. And I'm just using those. There's more people in there, but I'm just using those. That's like the modern day ones. And the people who are unaware of it would be people like the little low level artists that they recruit that always end up getting sacrificed. So basically that's a perfect example of that. So let's continue. Hold on 1 second. All right, so the 33rd degree is split into two. One split contains the core of the Luciferian Illuminati, and the other contains those who have no knowledge of it whatsoever. All of the intelligence officers that I worked for in naval intelligence were Masons. As I stated before, I believe that my association with the Demolay Society as a young adult may have been a reason that I was selected for naval security and intelligence. However, that is only a guess. I had intended to go into great detail linking P2 and Perudiciano. I don't know, that sounds like some French shit. The Vatican, the CIA organizations for a United Europe, and the Bilderberg Group. Fortunately, Michael Bagent, Richard Lee, and Henry Lincoln beat me to it. I say fortunately because they confirm my previous allegations that I published in my paper, The Secret Government, that the CIA had plants called moles deep within the Vatican. Let that nigga slam that door. I'm gonna beat the shit out you. Some fucking neighbor gonna knock his bitch ass out. I do not wish to be called a plagiarist. So you must read Holy Blood, Holy Grail, and the Messianic Legacy, both by Bajian, Lee, and Lincoln. Any reputable bookstore should carry them. Between pages 343 and 361 of the Messianic Legacy, you can read the alliance of power that resulted in a secret world government. Most members of the Freemasons are not aware that the Illuminati practices what is known as secrets within secrets. That's why most people that's in that, they end up getting killed because they end up telling the secrets one way or another. Whether they get tired of being in that shit or they end up slipping up and just telling the secrets. That's how they end up getting killed and shit. Or organizations within organizations. That is one purpose of initiation. I cannot excuse any of the members. However, for anyone who joins a society without knowing everything about the organization is indeed a fool. Damn. However, for anyone who joins a society without knowing everything, and the word everything is in capital letters, about the organization is indeed a fool. Only those at the top who have passed every test truly know what the Masons are hiding, thus rendering it impossible for anyone outside to know much at all about the group. What does this say about new members, or those who are already members, but do not know the ultimate secrets? It tells me that fools abound, unlike authors who, out of fear, have acted as apologists for the Freemasons. I decline to absolve them of responsibility and guilt. The Freemasons, like everyone else, are responsible for the cleanliness of their home. The occupant of a secret house within a secret house within a secret house cannot clean if he cannot see the number of rooms or what they contain. Their house is a stinking cesspool. Trust me, I know motherfuckers like that. Their house is a stinking cesspool. Look to the Masons for the guilty party if anything happens to me. I believe that they have murdered in the past and they will murder in the future. I firmly believe that all adult secret societies that practice degrees of initiation and consider the members to be illuminated, enlightened, are branches of the original ages old Illuminati. Their goal is to rule the world. The doctrine of the group is not democracy or communism, but is a form of fascism. The doctrine is totalitarian. Damn, how you say that word? Totalitarian? Totalitarian. I know how to pronounce it. That's why I can't say it. I know how to say the word. I can't pronounce it. Totalitarian society. Socialism. You must begin to think correctly. The Illuminati are not communists, but some communists are Illuminati. One, monarchism thesis, face democracy, atheism in World War II, which resulted in the formation of communism and the League of Nations. Synthesis. 2, democracy and communism thesis, faced fascism, atheism in World War II and resulted in a more powerful United Nations. Synthesis. 3, capitalism thesis, new faces, communism, antithesis, and the result will be the New World Order. Totalitarian. See, I know that word. I can't pronounce that motherfucker. Totalitarian socialism synthesis. The 1953 report of the California Senate Investigating Committee on Education stated so-called modern communism is apparently the same hypocritical word, conspiracy to destroy civilization, that was founded by the Illuminati and that raised its head in our colonies here at the critical period before the adoption of the Constitution. The California Senate understood that communism is the work of the Illuminati. They failed to realize that the Council on Foreign Relations and the Trilateral Commission are also the work of the Illuminati. You must begin to think correctly. The enemy is not communism, it is illuminism. The communists are not going to be much happier with the New World Order than we. I hope to show that most modern secret societies, and especially those that practice degrees of initiation, and that is the key, are really one society with one purpose. You may call them whatever you wish. The Order of the Quest, the Jason Society, the Razania, sound like some Indian shit. The Kabbalah, which I already know about that. The Knights of Templar, the Knights of Malta, the Knights of Columbus, the Jesuits, the Masons, the ancient and mystic order of the Rosicrucians, the Illuminati, the Nazi Party, the Communist Party, the executive members of Dragon, the Rosicrucians, the Royal Institute of International Affairs, the Trilateral Commission, the Bilderberg Group, the Open Friendly Secret Society, parentheses, the Vatican, the Russell Trust, the Skulls and Bones, and Scroll and Key, the Order. They are all the same and all work toward the same ultimate goal, a new world order. Many of them, however, disagree on exactly who will rule this new world order, and that is what causes them sometimes to pull in opposite directions. Now, all those names that William Cooper, that's the author of this book that I just named, that's who's fighting right now. All those like secret societies and all those so-called Illuminati families and shit, they all kind of similar, but they go by different names. That's the people who fighting amongst each other right now. Some fighting on if they want to keep on tricking the American people. Some fighting on, hey, let's go to Mars. Some say, hey, no, let's destroy this place. So they all like fighting each other on who gonna rule, who gonna do what type of thing. That's basically what that means. While nevertheless proceeding toward the same goal, the Vatican, for instance, wants the Pope to head the World Coalition. Some want Lord Maitreya to head the New World Order. Lord Maitreya is the front runner, I believe, since witnesses say he was present on the ship at Malta with Bush, Gorbachev, and the 10 regional heads of the New World Order. Approximately 200 dignitaries from around the world attended a major conference initiated by Maitreya in London on April 21st and 22nd, 1990. Representatives of governments, including the USA, members of royal families, religious leaders, and journalists, all whom had met with Maitreya previously, attended the conference. Quote from Prophecy Watch, column of the Whole Wheat, number 8, Minneapolis. Someone has also spent an awful lot of money announcing his presence. The Pope will have to approve him if Maitreya is selected, however, and that would fulfill the Bible prophecy in the book of Revelation that states that the first beast will be given power by Rome. If you can interpret Revelation as I can, then you know that the Pope will ultimately win out and will reign as the second beast. Mm. The Pope will have approved him if Matria is selected. However, I'm probably pronouncing that name wrong, by the way. Anyway, Matria is selected, however, and that will fulfill the Bible prophecy. Oh yeah, hold on, I'm reading the same thing. If you can interpret Revelation as I can, the Pope will ultimately win out the reign, be the second beast. In 1952, an alliance was formed, bringing them all together for the first time in history. The black families of the Illuminati. It's black people, so-called black people in the Illuminati too. Hold on. Get this bitch ass drilled the fuck out. You feel? We smart, but we drill a nigga out in this bitch too. Nigga dig what I'm trying to tell you? Nigga, we smart. We beat that nigga bitch too. Fuck these clowns, man. You feel me? What's wrong with these goofies? Trying to interrupt me. but look, in 1952, an alliance was formed, bringing them all together for the first time in history. The black families, the Illuminati, parentheses, the order, the Vatican, and the Freemasons now work together to bring about the New World Order. All will protest their innocence and will do everything within their power to destroy anyone who suggests otherwise. I will undoubtedly become a target when this book is published. You may notice that some of those listed in the preceding paragraphs do not, or so it appears, practice degrees of initiation. That is the public view. Look at the Council on Foreign Relations. Many members, in fact, the majority, never serve on executive committees. They never go through any initiation of any kind. They are, in fact, the power base and used to gain consensus of opinion, a consensus of opinion, excuse me. The majority are not really members, but are made to feel as if they are. In reality, they are being used and are unwillingly or unable to understand the executive committee. The executive committee is an inner core of intimate associates, members of a secret society called the Order of the Quest, also known as the Jason Society, devoted to common purpose. The members are an outer circle on whom the inner core acts by the personal persuasion, patronage, and social pressure. That is how they brought Henry Kissinger. Rockefeller gave Kissinger a grant of $50,000 in the early 50s, a fortune in those days, and made dear old Henry a member of the CFR. Anyone in the outer circle who does not toe the mark is summarily expelled, and the lesson is not lost on those who remain. Do you remember the human desire to be a member of the elect? That is the principle at work. The real power are men who are always recruited without exception for the secret societies of Howard and Yale, known as the Skull and Bones and the Scroll and Key. Both societies are secret branches, also called the Brotherhood of Death. Brotherhood of Death of what is otherwise historically known as the Illuminati. They are connected to parent organizations in England, parentheses, the group of Oxford University, and especially All Souls College. And what is that? Right, and what the fuck is that word? Oh shit. Wait. In this when I was wait. In Germany. I don't know what he. Oh, Germany. Okay, I'm slow like a mother. In Germany, the Thule Society, also called the Brotherhood of Death. I learned this when I was with naval intelligence. I was not able to explain why some members of the executive committee were not listed under the addresses of Chapter 322 of the Skull and Bones Society until I read The Wise Men by Walter Isaacson and Evan Thomas Simon and Schuster, New York, under illustration. Number 9, in the center of the book, you will find the caption, Love It, with the Yale unit above far right, and on the beach. His initiation into Skull and Bones came into the airbase near Dunkirk. I have found that members of those societies were chosen on an ongoing basis by invitation based upon merit post college and were not confined. The only Harvard and Yale attendees, only members of the order are initiated into the Order of the Quest, the Jason Society that makes up executive members of the Council on Foreign Relations. In fact, the Trilateral Commission as well. The executive members of the Council of Foreign Relations are real elect. In this country, George Bush is a member, which I'm not surprised. George Bush is a member of the order. Surprised? You shouldn't be. His father was also a member who helped finance Hitler. So that's who financed Hitler. George W. Bush Sr. And probably some angel investors, some hidden hands. You shouldn't be. His father was also a member who helped finance Hitler. It is important that you know that the members of the order take an oath that absolves them from any allegiance to any nation or king or government or constitution, and that includes the negating of subsequent oath of allegiance with they may have be required to take. They swear Bush is not a loyal citizen of the United States, but instead is a loyal only to the destruction of the United States and to the formation of the New World Order, according to the oath Bush took when he was initiated into the Skull and Bones. His oath of office as President of the United States of America means nothing.